I put a video up yesterday asking people to give me their priorities and objectives when building a sound system suitable for 100 to 250 person wedding receptions, and I got a lot of good answers. What I wanted to do was kind of figure out where you guys were first before I shared my priorities and objectives with you. And this isn't right or wrong, these are just my priorities and objectives. I went ahead and got super organized. Instead of just vlogging, I made a list so I don't leave anything out. And I broke this list down into two sections. First of all, we have main priorities. I have to have these things, they're non-negotiable for the level of service that I want to offer. And the second part is the secondary wish list. These are things I'd like the system to have, but it's not the end all. As long as I've got my main priorities filled, there are workarounds for the secondary part. So, reading glasses time. I'll go ahead and start with my main priorities. Need a reliable, quality, versatile, portable sound suitable for 100 to 250 person wedding receptions. To break that down a little further, reliable. This isn't the budget stuff that may fail on you. This is the better stuff that has a better chance of not failing. Let's just put it that way. Quality. I need it to sound good, of course. Versatile. I need this to be good for 100 to 250 people. That's pretty versatile. Portable. I don't need something that is either for install or just too big to carry or reasonably carry. I need something portable. Number 2, minimal noise complaints and ear fatigue. I'm going to break this down into a couple of different sections as well. Minimal noise complaints. We're not only talking about the neighbors who may be across the street complaining about too much bass and calling the cops. We're also talking about performing in banquet halls that double as hotels. We don't want the front desk to have to refund money for rooms. It's bad for the hotel. They're not going to want you back. It's going to cause problems. The second part would be noise complaints within your party itself. Be it grandma putting fingers in her ears and giving you a dirty look during dinner, or somebody telling you to turn it down, whatever the case might be. This has to do usually with not only sound, volume, but ear fatigue. Ear fatigue is when it starts to hurt. It's less pleasure and more pain to hear the music. Number 3, full sound on the dance floor with conversation areas and other parts of an average banquet hall. This is very important to me. I would say that the systems that I build have a real strong hotspot on the dance floor and maybe 2 or 3 rows back on the tables. Beyond that, it starts to get quiet. And the reason I want that is because I want areas within the same room that you can have a conversation with somebody without feeling obligated to leave the room. Because once people start leaving the room in droves to talk, you've lost your chance to play their favorite song and pull them out onto the dance floor. You have a more successful party when everything can happen within one space. So that's what I want. It's good for the clients, it's good for my dance floor, and it's also good to help avoid that noise complaint thing I talked about earlier. Number 4, durable, reliable, feedback-resistant, user-friendly, wireless, and wired handheld microphones. Typically here we're talking about dynamic supercardio microphones. Dynamic microphones are incredibly durable compared to other microphones. They're a little more drop resistant, let's say. Not completely, but you're going to have a better chance of survival dropping a dynamic mic than you are maybe some other kind of microphone. A condenser, perhaps. Reliable. This is a microphone that is the wireless, that doesn't have the dropouts and things like that. I need a good, reliable signal because otherwise there's problems, obviously. Feedback resistant. What's the best feedback resistant microphone? We already said that we want dynamic. The other thing we want is called supercardio. Now, what's cool about supercardio is it only picks up sounds real close to it. It doesn't pick up a lot of background noise. The more background noise a microphone picks up, the better chance you're going to have on getting feedback on your system. User-friendly. I don't need a wireless microphone that is complicated. I need something really easy. The one I have right now is the JTS N164. I like it because it's got a big button on it, and if you press it one time, it's red. So that means stop, right? Press it a second time, it's green, it means go, it's on. That's user friendly for my guests. People are doing toasts and things like that. That's a definite priority. And number 5, quick or self-contained backup compatible. What does that mean? Back in the old days, if you had a passive audio system, you had 2 speakers, an amplifier, some kind of mixing board, maybe EQs and things like that in your audio system. And plus, of course, something to play your music on. If you lost an amplifier, you completely lost sound. So you had to carry a backup amplifier in the event that you had a problem. Today, it's different. If we're using powered systems, then let's say you have 2 speakers and one of the powered speakers goes out. It's not the end of the world because you have a second powered speaker. You can flip your mixer into mono and the show goes on. It doesn't go on at full capacity, but we're not talking about going full capacity. We're talking about an emergency backup. Emergency is the key word here. And the other thing we're talking about is getting it done quick. If I have to go out to my vehicle and pull out some backup speaker and hook it up and plug it in and all that, it kind of interferes with the flow of things. So if I can do instant, easy, self-contained backup on as many components as possible, that's going to be good. So those are my main priorities. Here are my secondary priorities. Minimal visual footprint. I don't want this obnoxious. I want this so it kind of blends with the room, if possible. If I can't build a system like this, then I can't. That's just how it goes. But I definitely want it and I have achieved it. And the other thing on my secondary wish list is a 1-person setup breakdown within 1 hour. Now that's full load in or full load out with setup, the whole thing including lights. Now, why do I need that? I need 1 hour setup and 1 hour breakdown regardless. Whether I can do it myself or not is another thing. If I can't do it myself, I have to bring in reinforcements. Now I'm disabled, I had to build a special system for my special needs. I'm able to do this. In fact, I'm building my 3rd system right now. So that's cool. It took a while to do that. The first year after I had my stroke and I was a disabled person, I had to have a roadie to get the stuff in and out at all. Now I can do it by myself with the special system I've built. But if I cannot, then I hire somebody and it's not the end of the world. The reason I need it within an hour, there's a couple things there I want to talk about. First of all, usually that's what you're allocated. That's the time you have to get into the room and set up when you're not in anybody else's way. It's your allocated setup time. It's been standard for a long time. But the real important one here now is the breakdown. Years ago, you could play until 1, 2 in the morning in my general area. Anymore, everyone's pretty much done at midnight. And they only keep staff around for about an hour to clean the room and flip it and clear it and all that stuff. So they don't have staff there until 2, 3 in the morning for me to break down these elaborate systems. I got to get this stuff down quick. So if I can get it down and load it up within an hour of the time that I stop, which is midnight, I don't interfere with anything the venue's trying to do. So that's my list. Those are the main things I need. And you're welcome to post your list of things that you need or things you think I should add to my list in the comment section of this video. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, leave a comment, and share this video on Facebook. Thanks for watching, practice, and enjoy.